Man, I really want Guy Ritchie to make a Marvel movie. Man from U.N.C.L.E, directed by Guy Ritchie, released in 2015. Gengar's back. Okay, production value of 75 million, a domestic take of 45 million, international score of 61 million for a worldwide total of 107, and a profit of 32 million less all marketing and associated costs. Starring Armie Hammer, Henry Cavill, Alicia Vikander, Elizabeth Debicki, and Hugh Grant. I didn't realise it was a Guy Ritchie movie until I started watching it. I was thinking, gee, this looks like a Guy Ritchie movie. Characters. Well, what did you expect? It's a Guy Ritchie film. Even if the rest of the movie is terrible, the characters are good. If not, great. And watching Cavill and Hammer play their roles, it was something else. It was a real delight to watch these characters muck about on screen. They are very, very good at what they do. Cavill in particular, he's got such a impressive charisma. Just the way he delivers his lines, just the way he looks, he acts, it's just fantastic. And Hammer is such a good, character actor. He just really embodies the role he's given. Love all his nuances, love all his very subtle acting, his reserve acting, as his character is very reserved. And yet always had that level of menace about him. He was on the edge of extreme violence pretty much 90% of the movie. Even when he's calm, he's definitely not. And of course, Alicia Vikander, as I've said many times before, I really like her. I think it's the accent. And these three together, I just loved it. Having Hugh Grant turn up out of nowhere, that surprised me. Just having him wander in and wander out, I thought, that's a really odd place for a cameo. It just felt weird. The only problem with this film, as far as all these wonderful actors and characters are concerned, is I don't think we're getting a sequel. That's my complaint. I'm not happy about the fact that I don't think we're going to get to see this one continue, which makes me sad. Other movies, other not so great movies will go and get a sequel. And yet, this one? Score for characters, happily giving them a 4.5. I really enjoyed everyone in this film. Story. Okay, well, as is Guy Ritchie's specialty, he'll take a relatively simple idea, then edit and chop and change and take you all over the place within the story to make it as convoluted as possible but incredibly satisfying once you figure out what's going on. But as an overview, you've got two main characters, okay, and they are top spies for the American and Russian side of the Cold War. Is it Cold War? It doesn't feel like Cold War. It feels like slightly earlier than that. Whatever, I'm sure someone will correct me at some stage. Either way, they've been forced to work together because a girl that was rescued from Germany has, I think it's her father, I'm pretty sure it's her father, who has plans for the atom bomb. Or something very similar, maybe a nuclear device. It's in around that area. For someone who loves this movie as much as I do, I have drawn an absolute blank on all the key story points. Fantastic. Yay. So the Russian and the American are trying to stop the bomb thing from going off in the hands of people who shouldn't have it. There you go. Girl is the key. Vikander's character is the key to reaching these plans, getting hold of the father, and saving the day because, she's connected to everyone. She's their lead. And she's not allied to who you think she is, she's allied to someone else entirely, who's not entirely happy that the Americans and the Russians have got involved in the first place. That's an interesting little twist, which then gets twistier. That's my favourite part. The fact that the two heroes of the movie are quite literally in the way. They're an unwanted addition to an already established plan. And I thought that was really clever. Guy Ritchie is very good at his craft and he blends an excellent story with some very cool action sequences and some amazing music, and it's a piece of art. It really is in many ways, and an incredible crime that once again that this story is not getting a sequel. I'm a little dirty about that, I'll be honest. Story shall also get a 4.5. It's just really good. Look and feel. Let's start with the cinematography. It is really well shot. Very, very nicely done. Incredibly well choreographed. Punch-ups, gunfights, chase scenes, across to just sitting in a cafe having a chat, shopping in a high-end luxury store, walking down a road, standing at a party. It's all done so very well. The shot, the angle, the use of sound, the use of no sound, day-night lighting, clothing, weaponry, vehicles, everything. Everything is exquisite. The only thing that throws me every now and then is you you can't get a lock on when this is set. There's no iconic piece of architecture, location, scenery, tech, car, clothing. None of it really gives you an exact time, to the point that I suspect that's on purpose. You could call it a period piece, but I'll be damned if I can give you an exact period it is. It's after World War II. Okay? It's in there. Somewhere. In that respect, it feels like a classic spy story. Just, it's literally dated somewhere in time, and it feels good to watch. Just so smooth. Just so smooth. And the music, I'm a sucker for a good soundtrack, and this, oh, I like this. Oh yeah, I got notes. Really should look at the notes. No, it's just me babbling on about how beautiful the movie is, and how I want another one. Big letters, I want a sequel. It's a great looking movie, wandering around great looking locations with great looking people doing really cool things. Gonna give it a 4.5 as well. I just can't help myself. Script and dialogue, yeah, amazing. Okay, not 100% amazing. This is probably the only weak point this film has. It's just some of the scenarios, some of the way that it's put together is a little, just occasionally, a little hinky. Kind of stands out as, it's a tad cliche for a movie that's going along so stylishly different, and then does a thing that's very third act finale sort of thing. Almost like they had to go back and reshoot something, and then they couldn't make it work, so they do something else. A little bit like that, just every now and then, mainly in the third act. But other than that, just delivery. The line delivery in this film is fantastic. Cavill is the master at understated wit. Just so good. And Vikander, I'm not sure where she was in her career path at this point, but I wouldn't be able to pick it. If you told me this was a recent film, I believe you. She just did really, really nicely. And Hammer, with his accent, mostly on point. It wandered a bit, but then again, every now and then he's pretending not to have an accent, so that also worked. Mind you, Hugh Grant in a movie is a dangerous thing. He's a scene stealer. He rolls in, just stammers and stutters and charms his way through something. I really like him. I don't see him in enough things that I actually like him in, though. There's one sequence, if you've seen the movie, you'll know it. Hammer's in the boat, driving around. Cavill's in a car, having lunch. The whole thing is just beautifully done to the best music. It's art. That whole sequence, it's just art. The villains in this are very villainous. That's for sure. The fine line between pompous foolishness and devious evil guy. Particularly the Torture Master. He creepy. So script and dialogue, I'll be giving a 4. Just because a movie that is so incredibly well polished, scenes that are not so great kind of jump out at you. Fun factor, this is easy. I love it. So much fun. I watch this movie quite often, actually. The only reason I haven't done a review of this one early is because I lost my Blu-ray, which made me a little sad. And I deny all accusations of throwing a childish tantrum and sulking. It's just stylish, cool, and clever. It's just enjoyable to watch. I put this one up there with like the best of the Mission Impossible movies. It's like a violent Ocean's 11 film. It really is. Anyhow, look, totally recommend it. Just be prepared for much Guy Ritchie-ness in this film, okay? If yeah, you know what I mean. If you know, you know. And yeah, this one, very Guy Ritchie. Fun factor, 4.5. Final score, this one comes in at a very nice 22. Absolutely deserved. As I said before, totally recommended. And where's my sequel? Seriously, where's my... Yeah, I know, it's all about the money. Not a lot of people, when it saw this one, it didn't make as much money as the other ones. Okay, I get it. I know, it doesn't make me any happier about it. Anyhow, there's my review. Like, share, and subscribe. Please pass this one around to your friends. I'm really trying to boost up my viewership. Now, I'd like to get some more subscribers and a lot more views per week. That'd be really cool. Drop a comment down below on the Facebook page. But as usual, I hope you're having a great week and that you get some time to go and watch a movie.